G'day, it's Robbie again. Well, in my previous video where I tried out brazing using plain copper electrical wire, I successfully joined up a couple of small components with it, and that was a good strong weld. And then I tried to emulate or replicate what I would normally do, just using GP rod to bronze on a carbide tip onto a bit of steel, just for lathe work. And it didn't work because I couldn't get enough heat into it. And the experiment was basically to see if I could do it the same way as I did it with GP rod, and I couldn't because the heat wasn't concentrated enough. So I thought, okay, I read the comments that came in, and they're all good stuff. And I'm aware of using halves and how you can concentrate the heat. So I thought, okay, even though I do some mucking around compared to how I normally do it, I'll try it again, and this time I'll just shield it with just a rudimentary shield. Now what I've done is I've got the same bit of square section, and I've got the piece of steel sitting in there. Now I've done it this way because you've got enough brick to out the front to deflect the heat into the bit of square section. The square section will heat up the whole body of the piece of steel rather than just the front. And we can concentrate on melting the copper, and I'm sure it'll work a lot better. But as I said, I wasn't going to go to this step, but I will, and we'll see what happens to see whether it does bond to carbide. And okay, let's get cracking. Well, this time it was successful with the copper melted, no problem. So the ankle's a bit out, but I'll just grind the tip on it into a usable shape, and we'll give it a go. The copper's gone right through. Hopefully it's bonded and I've fluxed it, and but certainly having the little heat trap like that, deflecting the heat along the full length of the item so you get the maximum usage of the heat, and the brick reflecting it back up works well. I originally tried this with it back inside the thing, the bit of steel, but there wasn't enough oxygen coming in for the flame, so you have to hold it out. Do it this way, it works pretty good. So yeah, I did cheat on this. I'd already tried this, but oh well. Okay, I will quench it in a bit of water, and then I'll grind the tip and on the green stone, and we'll try it out. Okay, she's in the vise, and we'll give it a tap and see what happens. Oh shit. Well, there you go. It fell off. So it didn't bond. Well, it sort of bonded to the carbide. No good. So it looks like you can't use this for carbide. I don't think. And it's a lot of mucking around for something that I can do with GP rod anyway in a fraction of the time. And but anyway, it's interesting. You can see that little setup I demonstrated there, where I shielded the heat, worked really good. And if you want to say do tooling, you're having trouble with GP bronze, with a bullfinch or your nap gas gun, just make up a little setup like that, and I mean it'll certainly bump up the heat enormously, and you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, well that's it from me on this interesting experiment. I think we all learned something. So see you next time. Cheers.